Hey, Kaylin, we're not hearing the audio for the video.
Emotional center of our being, the place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome, everyone, to the Global Coherence Pulse. This is day 7 in World Unity Week, and we have been pulsing the field every day with a different theme. And I'm really excited today for our theme of hope in action. My name is Teresa Collins, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Global Coherence Pulse, and I'm really honored to be here today. I'm really excited that we've been participating in World Unity Week. So many amazing presentations and offerings. It's such a huge collaboration of love and coherence and action. There's so many beautiful offerings that are inviting us to look at what's happening in the world and to really find our way to offer our gifts and to really make a difference. And this is one of the ways that we can do that. Your presence here, you're bringing your heart to this space right now, joining together with others doing the same and pulsing the field with our genuine presence and coherence has a huge impact. So thank you for taking time out of your day today to be with us and to join your heart and pulse the field, and today with hope in action. So I'm going to start by just kind of reviewing the pulses that we've done so far, because we're actually adding to a wave that has been building over these 7 days. So on our first day, we celebrated and pulsed the planet with with unity in action. That was at the opening of World Unity Week. So it made sense that we started with unity. And on the second day, we pulsed the field with peace. Peace in action. It was a powerful day of peace. So many things, including a peace treaty, was signed that day. And then we had on our third day with Shri Preetiji, very, very powerful session, love in action. And we really dropped into a deep state of connection with one another and really looking deeply into healing the traumas that keep us from connecting. And then we went to day 4 and we had Jane Corbett and we did joy in action. And boy, did we have a joyous day that day. Really fun. And all of these are available on demand on World Unity Week and also on our Global Coherence Pulse website. So if you missed one, you can go back, and I recommend them all. They've been really beautiful. Day 5 was with Julie Kroll, and that was gratitude in action. And again, we had such a fun time. We had Gary Malcolm on. We had some rowdy music. It was really lovely. We really got this sense of just being grateful for everything, and then celebrated that gratitude at the end. And then yesterday, another powerful, powerful transmission from Sri Preetaji with compassion in action. So that's been our pulses up till now. And as I said, today, our theme is hope in action. And I'm going to read this. These are little sentences that Jude Curvin, the woman who actually brought in these 8 themes in this order, and they've been really, really powerful in the order that they've come. And her little tagline for this one is: the moment that hope came into being was the first moment of creation. I love that. It's almost like this rising of possibility is what ignites creation into form. And I think it's happening every day. So we also have a mantra that we have been blessed with each day from Nikita Gearing from I Am Mantra. And here is our mantra for today. Everything is now aligning in my favor and unfolding for my highest good. I am hopeful. Actually, the first time I read it, I read, I am hope filled. I feel filled with hope and just so much gratitude and love. So again, everything is now aligning in my favor and unfolding for the highest good. I am hopeful. So let's hold this mantra while we do 1 minute of silence. We've been joining in every day with Pathways to Peace, one of our strategic partners, and they have been pulsing the field with a minute of silence, noon, whatever time zone you're in. And so it's noon Pacific here for me. So we are going to observe 1 minute of silence as a way to begin to center ourselves as we enter into pulse in action. So let's do that together right now. Thank you so much. We've been doing that every meeting we have, anytime we come together, just taking a moment to pause like that in silence is so powerful. And imagine that there's people all around the world who are doing that. So I am excited that our 2 guides today, our guest artist and our coherence guide, both men. We've had a lot of women who have been guiding these. In fact, they've all been women except for one. So I'm really excited to introduce you to our guest artist, and that is Theo Grace. And I'm going to introduce both Theo and Michael Linfield, these 2 men that are going to carry us through this celebration of hope in action. And then I'm just going to invite them to begin. And Theo will open up with some music to open our hearts and to get us ready. And then Michael will take us on our little journey of hope and action. So I'm going to start with introducing Theo, who is a wonderful dear friend of mine. And I'm so excited that he's here today because I just love Theo's music. Theo is a musician, producer, father, husband, and a community member in Portland, Oregon. Over the last 8 years, he has self-produced 10 electronic ambient albums, 2 solo acoustic albums, and throughout 2001, he will be releasing several new conscious pop EDM singles, which we'll be giving you a link to in the chat. Theo's uplifting sound aims to translate his experience of the divine love and profound beauty at the heart of creation. He is constantly striving to transmit even just a fraction of the immense life-giving frequency of bliss, beauty, and ecstasy that is who we truly are. He might be creating music for a guided meditation, poem, or a spiritual teaching like Richard Rudd's 7 Sacred Seals. But his intention is always to resonate and invite the feeling of the invisible words of frequency, emotion, and energy. Over the last 8 years, his music has garnered hundreds of thousands of plays across music stream sites, and his intention is to continue releasing art that uplifts the heart of seekers and inspiring spiritual awakening in listeners. And I'll tell you, you will experience that today. And then we'll go to Michael Linfield, who will be our guide in our meditation. Michael Linfield stimulates individuals and organizations to unleash the creativity of the human spirit in meeting the urgent need of our times and the compelling call of a more just and joyful future. His background includes a 14-year residency as gardener and the director of education at the Findhorn community in Scotland, organic farming in Western Sweden, conducting seminars on the theme of transforming self and society from the inside out, and cooperating with the subtle realms of Gaia, and as a senior organizational developer consultant with the Boeing Company from 1989 to 2005, working with large-scale systems change. He's the author of The Dance of Change, an eco-spiritual approach to transformation, with articles featured in psychology, education, and business journals. Michael is the co-founder of the Science of Group Work Initiative and serves as the board president of Meditation Mount in Ojai, California, and is a member of the Community of Living Ethics in Yum, Italy. So I am going to invite Theo to begin and Michael will follow. And I'm really honored to be guiding you into their loving arms today as we open to hope in action. So Theo, thank you so much for being here. It's just, I really love you so much. And I'm really happy that we get to share your music with everyone.
I love you too. And I gotta say, you give me a lot of hope, T. You've given me a lot of hope over the years. And I feel so much hope just from humanity, just these amazing teachers, amazing guides, the amazing, enlightened masters, and just the resilience and the spirit of humanity just like brings me so much hope. And I'm just so inspired, to create, to do what I do, to bring my gift. And the more we offer our gifts, I think the more that vibration of hope and all these beautiful things, unity, peace, love, joy, compassion will really, really just like grow. So, and how do we do that? We focus, we focus our attention on these things. We keep gathering. We bring our presence. And that's what this song is about. It's about the power of now and the power of just like acknowledging that right now is all we have. And right now is where this change is taking place. And where? Well, here in the stream, we open the present and pause for a moment. mystery. Illusions are relentless until there is awareness. Breathe. Nice big sigh. 'Cause all we have is now, and all is changing, all is changing, and we remain, though our form falls away, form falls away. We are the snake, our body is the skin, and consciousness lives within. Shed the old, let the new way rise in timeless time. 'Cause all we have is now, all is changing, all is changing, and we, yes, we remain, though our form falls away, form falls away. Stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected. Don't get attached, don't get attached. Stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected. Don't get too attached. No. Why? Because all we have is now, and all is changing, all is changing, and we, yes, we remain, though our form falls away, form falls away. Yeah, yeah. The form falls away, form falls away. Let it go, let it flow, and let the form fall away, form fall away. Thank you. Blessings.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you, brother. What a gentle and joyful beginning to our time together. As Teresa mentioned, the tagline for hope is, "The moment that hope came into being was the first moment of creation." And for me, when I reflect on hope, this is what comes to me. Fiery hope is the eternal promise of life, ensuring the innate goodness living within the heart of all creation, that it will inevitably flourish and reveal its true splendor. It guarantees that everything that is possible will be. Now, the antithesis of hope is doubt. As we know, doubt undermines. Doubt denies and degrades the sparkle verse of light-filled possibilities for a more just and joyful world that dance in our dreams and pulse in our hearts. Hope, on the other hand, is a fiery presence that brings these possibilities alive. Today, we invite hope into our hearts. So how are we going to go about this together? We're going to create a resonant and receptive field in which hope can come alive. And it will be a meditation, and it will take the form of 3 pulses or 3 waves of blessing. So we'll go into one and then come out, go into the other, come out, and then go into a final one, so that we ourselves are pulsing as waves of conscious hope and love. And also to consider ourselves, as we do this, as co-creative agents and artists of Gaia. So I invite us now to prepare ourselves for meditation by centering ourselves, taking a few deep, gentle breaths so that we may relax all levels of our being. Let's begin by releasing any physical tension that we may be holding. Breathe it out. And breathe in a sense of deep relaxation. And then we do the same with the emotional body. We breathe out any emotions that may be swirling and churning. And we breathe in a sense of calmness so that our emotions become like the surface of a still lake, calm and receptive. And we release any tensions in the mind by letting go of all extraneous thoughts. We breathe them out, and we breathe in a sense of serenity so that the mind is free and clear. And now, having brought ourselves to this point of stillness, let's enter inside the space of our heart. Feel the beating of your heart as it pulses the lifeblood around the universe of self, your micro-universe for which you are responsible. And as you sense the heartbeat, know that you are alive. We are alive together. We are fractals of the one life. And with our subtle senses, we hear the heartbeats of all those gathered together on this call today. And with every breath, these many beats begin to synchronize until we beat as one heart. This is the coherent field of love that arises when we connect heart to heart. Our group heart is the chalice that we will receive blessings and then from which we will radiate out blessings. So let us stand together as one heart, beating with the pulse of love in resonance with the heart of Gaia. And into the chalice of our group heart, we invoke the presence of fiery hope. And in the living silence of this coherent field, let us take time to sense the presence of fiery hope infusing every atom and cell of our being, so that we are filled with hope. And as we stand together in the fiery presence of hope, we feel ourselves and our dreams come alive, because hope quickens the inner seeds and calls forth the promise contained within the heart of creation. All is possible with hope. Let this fact resonate throughout your being, so you know it as a reality beyond a concept. And as we complete this first wave of meditation, let's ponder on something that nature tells us and gives us as a truth. There is something called a pyrophytic effect. It's the effect of fire in nature. And as we know, fire supports the germination of some seeds. There are certain seeds, particularly those of trees, that only germinate once they've been touched by fire, because the fire melts the resin that encapsulates the seeds and allows them to come alive. Each one of us inside the seed of our heart have this truth, goodness, and beauty that is the keynote of our essential nature. And these are pyrophytic seeds. These only come alive when they are touched by the fire of love and the fire of hope. So let's keep that in heart and mind as we complete our first wave. So before we bring ourselves into this second wave, let us take time just to breathe and to assimilate this experience that we are in at the moment. Become aware of the coherent field of the group heart that we have lovingly woven together. And once again, we affirm that fiery hope is life's guarantee that the truth of our essential nature will be revealed when the right conditions have been created inside the garden of Gaia. So for this next wave, get in touch with the dreams that you hold for a preferred future, for a better world. Hold them in your heart. These are the seeds of the future that we will precipitate into the present through the action of fiery hope. So as you hold these dreams of a better world, allow them to be touched and blessed by the fire of hope, and feel them come alive. And with hope comes joy. Joy in knowing that it is possible, that all will eventually and inevitably be revealed. So from the center of our group heart, let us send out a great pulse of love, a great pulse of blessing out into the ethers surrounding the planet, and see it touch the hearts and minds of our sisters and brothers in all parts of the world, calling forth the highest and the best in each, calling forth and bringing into reality the deepest dreams. And with the eyes of the heart, we see these dreams come alive and become a sparkle verse of lighted possibilities, revealing themselves as a better world for all. And we hold this in the embrace of our group heart. So as we prepare for our third wave of meditation, once again, let's take a few gentle breaths just to assimilate and to be present at an even deeper level together. And realize that each of us is part of a living universe. We are, in fact, sacred fractals of this one life. And we constitute the co-creative agents tasked with carrying out the destiny of Gaia. And we know that energy follows thought. So whatever we intentionally focus in our hearts and minds will come to pass. This is guaranteed by the presence of fiery hope. And just as hope is a pre-existing promise of life, so we know deep in our blood and bones that the pre-existing state of oneness will manifest on earth as world unity. So for this third wave of our meditation, let us re-enter the living, loving, beating heart of our group. And we sense and see our world coming together, woven as one by strands of caring, compassion, loving kindness. Together, we are weaving a matrix of love, creating a coherent and unified field of consciousness and being. So in the silence, let us hold this possibility as a reality, as it is blessed by the fire of hope. And with hope alive in our hearts, all things are possible. So we seal this act of blessing and this pulsing of love and hope with an ancient prayer. This ancient prayer was penned by our distant ancestors and has been voiced throughout the ages. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feel themselves as one with thee know they are therefore one with every other. So let's remain for a minute or so inside the loving embrace of our group heart. And the heart is a very important organ because it can receive, it can register, it can radiate. It's how we participate in life together, through the heart. So as we bring this particular time to a completion, let's reaffirm that unity is the manifestation on earth of the timeless, pre-existing state of oneness, and that together, as a global band of Gaians, a global band of sisters and brothers, we are the bearers of the flame of hope. And hope in action is our dearest ally in creating world unity. Thank you for your presence and participation in this meditation. Meditation is how we participate in the circulation of blessing. We receive, we are nourished, we add, and we give out to others. And when we find in our lives that the act of receiving and giving are not two separate acts, but they are one and the same movement, it becomes flow. So giving and receiving, as we do that simultaneously, we are part of the great flow of life, the great blessing, so that hope can fill every moment of every day. Thank you, and I hand you to Theo, dear brother. Whatever sounds and music will issue from your heart to complete this time together. Blessings.
Thank you, Michael. Wow. I feel that. I feel that fire, the fiery presence of hope. Oh, man. Especially being so intimate with doubt. After going so deep into like, how can this ever change? How is this possible? To feel hopeful again, you know, is such a, it requires bravery, you know, it requires courage, and it requires like that guidance into what it feels like, and to sustain that is, what a blessing, what a gift that is, this meditation. Oh, so just staying in that meditative state, that giving and receiving of spirit, you know, just raining the blessings down on us, just constantly shining this light from every cell. And this song is about a kind of hope that is like, I guess it's faith, I guess it's trust, but it's the kind of hope that doesn't doubt the sun is going to rise this morning and tomorrow morning. You know, it's the blessing and the circulation of life, and that knowing that this is going to happen. We're going to do it this time, as someone said in the chat. We're going to do it this time, as sure as the sun is going to rise. So just keep deepening into that spirit and that hope and that feeling that we can do it. We're going to do it. And it's life doing it through us. This cage around our hearts, it's time to let it go. These colors in the dark define our shadow. We'll dance around the moon and paint in the clouds, then rain to the ground. And I believe the sun will rise right on time. Yes, I believe, yeah, you and I can fly. It only takes one light to cut through the night. Together you and I will shine so bright. A sea of stars, remembering who we are, lighting up the night. And I believe the sun will rise right on time. Yes, I believe you and I can fly. So rise song, oh, that song in your heart. Any song at all, any song at all. 'Cause I believe your voice will chime right on time. Yes, I believe you and I can fly. Oh, in that fiery presence of hope, giving us love in the darkness. Oh, that fiery presence of hope, bringing trust into doubt. Yes, the fiery presence of hope, where nothing can extinguish this fire, burning in our hearts, burning in the dark, burning in our hearts, burning in the dark. And those seeds will sprout in the presence of love. Yeah, yeah, I could sing to you all day long. I could sing to you all day long about the presence of love and hope and how this is gonna go. Yes, there is no doubt anymore when you're in the spirit of love. Yes, because love can do anything, and it's proven it time and time again. Yes, this centuries, this thing keeps going, and we are here, and we're getting more clear that love is the answer, and the feeling of love, this energy of love, it's unstoppable. Yeah, unstoppable. You can't stop it because it keeps going, just like the present that is flowing through my heart and being. It's endless, it's eternal, it's incredible, and it's who you are, it's who I am, and we are freeing this love to give and to give and to give and to give the gift that you are, that we are. May it be so. May this fiery love of hope burn strong in your life and guide your actions and guide your thoughts and guide your words to compassion. And we will do it this time. We will. We are. It is happening. Blessings to all.
Oh, it's so good. Boy, I love that we have these two men kind of just bringing us into their like just huge open hearts and guiding us today. And I'd love to bring you both back on, Michael. I'd love to bring you on and maybe right now, this is a good time for this, even before we share some closing words on this, is our friend Ian, who is really behind the scenes all the time on the pulses, and he has been taking care of behind the scenes on World Unity Week. He's not well today. And so I wondered if we can take some of this love and fiery hope and we can just pulse right to the center of his sweet heart as he's taking care of himself today. We love you, Ian, and we so appreciate everything you do. You make these pulses and so much more possible for the community. If there's somebody in your life right now who could really, really use some of this fiery hope, bring them into your heart right now and let's just pulse the field. And let's now bring this fiery hope and cover up our own hearts and send this fiery hope to every molecule of our being. Filling us with fiery hope. So that as we move about our day to day, that's just overflowing from us. Mm. Yeah. So Michael, I'd love to bring you on. If you'd open up your camera, we'll spotlight you for a moment. Thank you so much for that beautiful meditation. And I just wonder if your heart has some words you'd like to share with everybody.
There is a language beyond words.
Yeah.
It's the language of love that pulses from the group heart when it is in resonance with itself, when it is in resonance with Gaia, when it is in resonance with the cosmos. Just as we say that silence is the synthesis of all sound, so that silence is the place where this music of hope can be heard at the deepest levels. It's beyond our range of hearing, but it's not beyond our range of sensing with the heart. And as Theo said earlier, doubt creeps in, and it does require not just courage, I would say daring. Daring is a fiery act. I dare to live the truth of who I am. We dare to live the truth of who we are. And for that, we're given the courage, and courage is the strength of the heart. And the strength of the heart is cultivated by love, compassion, hope, all the qualities that we know are heartful. And so what I've often been saying to people is that rather than looking at life as trivial and having a light-hearted approach, turn it around. See it as serious fun and have a heart-lighted approach to life. So those are the only words that come at the moment.
Oh, beautiful, Michael. And you can see everybody's been pouring love into the chat for you, and the meditation was very deep and profound for all of us. Thank you so much. I love you. Yeah. And Theo, I'd like to bring you back on again for a moment. So nice to have you with us again, Theo. It's been a little while, and you know, your music is always so inspiring to me, always brings tears to my eyes, and I'm so happy to have you here and thought you might have a few words on your heart to share with everyone.
Yeah, just that, just to remember that, one, like, I have to remember that I'm a gift. We have to remember that we're all gifts, and I feel hope in this gifting of who we are, and the freedom that sort of that love brings, that vulnerability, that we're cultivating this safety, this vulnerability, that we can be who we are. And someone typed in the chat like, oh, I love your gentle spirit in your music. And being like a gentle man has been a thing that I've had to love about myself. I thought I had to be, you know, tough and hard and strong, and the more that I embrace that, like, actually my gentleness is a gift, the more I give this thing that I thought I had to hide away. And so we often find our deepest strength in what is perceived as our greatest weakness. We think it's a weakness, but it's actually a strength. So I just want to encourage everyone to share yourselves, to remember that you are the gift, and that we will find more hope. I feel more hopeful when I recognize that I'm a gift and I have something to give, and you have something to give too. And I'm so grateful for the gift that Michael shared with us, that Teresa just is like this waterfall of like gifts, just like bringing us all together. It's like Christmas every day with Auntie T. She just brings all these gifts together so we can give, and the more we have to give, the more we give. So thanks.
Beautiful. I love that we had these two men, right? Been so special. So I'm going to just share a few announcements, and if you'd like to stay on after the announcements, we're going to have a little time to be in breakout groups together. And we've been doing this in some of the pulses, where we can just hang out just a little bit and share our feelings of hope or share what's happening for us. And it's so nice to do that. And we did enable for your cameras to come on. Somehow they got turned off earlier. So if you'd like to turn your camera on, but I've been putting links in the chat, and I'm just going to go through a few slides to share about those. And again, Michael Linfield, you'll see that there is a link in the chat for Meditation Mount in Ojai. I love this image, Michael, of this kind of doorway into Meditation Mount, and there's some beautiful offerings there. And definitely explore Michael more, his book, and all of the offerings he has. We'll see him again on a pulse. I want to bring him in for one of our pulses this year. So what a blessing to have him. And Theo, he made a beautiful site today where he put all of the links to all of the things he has to offer in one place for us. So use that link to go explore. There's one with some new music of his. And then there's a link to this website. You can see all these little offerings. And also, I really want to encourage us to support our artists. You know, last year during COVID, so many of them showed up all the time to bring the music into these virtual events, really brought them alive in a way. And they did it for free. You know, many of them didn't make a single dime last year. So, you know, buy their music, support their music. If they have a Patreon account, I think it's really good that we take time to honor them with a little bit of green love, as well as our pulsing the field for them. I am mantra. We get our beautiful mantras every day. Let's take this one into our day today. Everything is now aligning in my favor and unfolding for my highest good. I'm hopeful with fiery hope. So thank you, Nikita Gehring, again for these beautiful mantras. And there's a link. Please go and sign up for I Am Mantra. And also, she is a part of the Islands of Coherence. And so if you join that, see hers every day. So tomorrow is our last pulse, belonging in action. And it's going to be a very special day with Jude Curvin, who was the one who originally brought through these 8 themes for us to pulse the field with. So it's going to be a special day. It'll be on this same Zoom line. So please come and see us. And we'll also have a little breakout time afterwards. The Pulse is a citizen science research initiative, and we can use tools like the Global Coherence App from HeartMath. So if you'd like, you can download it in the App Store, and every time you come on a pulse, you can log in. We see you on the map. We're starting to record our numbers. There's also an optional sensor. So if you want to be tracking your coherence, and there's going to be more and more things coming through our collaborative partner, HeartMath, one of our founding partners with the Pulse this year, to help us monitor our coherence and really help science tell the story of the power of our human heart. So join us in that. And the Islands of Coherence Network, which we've created in collaboration with Global Coherence Pulse, is a social network where you can connect with other people, like who's on this call today, like who's participating in World Unity Week, where we can connect and we can deepen our coherence practice, we can activate our unique purpose, and we can play together. So please come and check out the Islands of Coherence. We're having a lot of fun in there, and we want you to come and join us. And lastly, World Unity Week. There's wonderful things happening today, including there's a link there right now for the Magic Canoe, which is a musical in the Sparkleverse that's happening at, I believe it says 7:30 tonight, Eastern time. The link is there, so you'll be able to get that right. And there's other wonderful things. So you can always check worldunity.org. You can find the on-demand of all of the sessions you haven't been able to see. And let's keep pulsing the field. So let's just take one more moment to just take all of this hope and love and pulse the World Unity Week, pulse all of the people that are joining from all around the world. And we'll close this session. And if you'd like to stay on, please join us for some breakout groups. So I'll just give you a minute, say goodbye. Blessings if you're listening out on social media, and come and join us tomorrow.